Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yesterday, again, we saw a sharp decline in US market. US market came off by over 2%. Uh, the news was mainly driven by uh, the increasing, still not dying down uh, geopolitical issue of Ukraine and Russia. But apart from that, the key reason could be of underperformance of US is that US has outperformed all other market by a substantial margin. So if you see month to date, US is down by around 4.5%, whereas Europe is not down that much. That is mainly because US has outperformed in earlier period substantially, and there was a sudden shock of inflation and Fed policy which has come. So this underperformance of US as against world can also be applicable to India as well, because India has also outperformed the foreign market by a larger margin. If you take year to date, India has outperformed all other major markets. So this underperformance can also be applicable to India as well. Apart from that, features of the US market are marginally positive, and the Asian markets are down by around 0.5%. And commodity are not seeing much of impact of decline in US market. Oil is around 92.4. Yesterday, same time it was at around 92.8, around $50.5 down. Aluminum is up by around 0.3%, copper is up by around 0.2%. Iron ore decline continuing even today as well and down by around 2%. Apart from restriction from Chinese authority on the speculation of iron ore, the inventory buildup at the port of Chinese port is substantial, and that is also impacting the prices of the ore, and that's why it is coming down sharper than the other commodity. Steel is up by around 0.5%. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Yesterday, we have seen that Nifty was facing a very strong resistance at around 17,400 levels. Going ahead, today we are likely to open on a flattish note. On a downside, 17,200 will be the immediate support level. If it's break that level, then the selling pressure is likely to be intensified, which might take a Nifty towards 17,000 levels on the downside. Whereas on high side, from the last 2 days, we have been noticing that the Nifty is taking a very strong resistance of 17,500 and 400 levels. 500 is the strong resistance level provided by its 50 DMA. Once it manages to clear that resistance level and the Nifty sustains above that level with the positive closing, then only we can witness some sort of a pullback rally, which might take a Nifty towards 17,700 to 18,000 levels. So as long as Nifty trades below 17,500 levels, our view will remain cautious itself, and we are going to witness a selling pressure on every rise towards 17,500 levels. Coming towards the bank Nifty for the today intraday purpose, the support is placed at 37,300 levels. Below that level, 37,000 levels can be seen. Whereas on higher side, 37,700 would be the first resistance level. Above that level, 38,000, 38,200 levels can be on the high side. The view on the bank Nifty will also remain cautious, because from the last 2 days, we are continuously witnessing a selling pressure on every rise on the bank Nifty. So the view will remain cautious itself on both the indices. Coming towards the Nifty Finance for the today intraday purpose, 17,270 will be the first resistance level. Above that level, 17,350, 17,500 levels can be seen. Whereas on lower side, 17,100 and 17,000 will act as a support level on the bank Nifty. We advise all the investors and traders to remain cautious on the indices, but definitely some stocks are really doing very well. Play very stock specific, but with the strict stop losses. As of now, I'm not initiating any pre-market call, but definitely once the market starts and we find out the clear trend on the intraday basis, and we will definitely initiate a buy or the sell call. I think that's it from my end. I request everybody you guys to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. Good morning, everyone. So as yesterday's session witnessed very high volatility with the PCROI giving close around 0.99 level, while India VIX increased almost about 6%, which is a negative sign currently. But as we consider with the OI positions, we are seeing that at 17,500 strike, we are witnessing that almost around 1 lakh positions of collateral positions are getting added on, while on the lower end, we are seeing at 17,300 and 200 strike, almost around 2.3 to 1.4 million positions are getting added up. So that is a positive sign currently in the market. So as per till the time Nifty is holding 17,200 level, till that point of time we should maintain the long positions with the strict stop losses, as we are seeing that at 17,300 and 200 strike, PCROI of 17,300 and 200 is trading above 1. So we expect some sort of buying momentum once if Nifty manages to hold the support of 17,200 level. While with any, as per the global scenario and as per the volatility, if Nifty breaks 17,200 level, then we might witness some sell-off to be seen in the market, which might drag Nifty below 17,000 level. Also, so hold your strict position with the stop loss of 17,200 level. As we are seeing that the FIs are continuously in the to selling zone, so we are expecting while FIs are into selling zone, but we are witness a strong option index option buying from the FI front. So we are witness seeing that the position are strongly hedge around 17,300 to 17,000 strike on the lower end. So once if Nifty holds 17,200 level, then we might expect the Nifty to bounce around 17,500 to 550 level. So keep levels so keep watch on this level. Thank you.
Good morning. Yesterday we interacted with Bajaj Auto management at the institutional team's investor conference. In the domestic three-wheelers, Bajaj has strengthened its market position and now commands more than 70% market share in domestic three-wheelers. Retail volumes for two-wheelers in February remain down on a year-on-year basis. So in the near term, the revival in demand will depend on the opening up of colleges and schools. So management expects some improvement from the opening of colleges and schools. Exports have grown faster than domestic over last couple of years, and the company expects this trend to continue. So we are positive from long-term perspective. Also, we attended the con call of Everest Kanto Cylinders. Company result we had already discussed 2 days back that the disappointment was on the margin front, where EBITDA margins declined from 26% to 21% quarter on quarter. This was mainly because of increase in steel prices. Although company has taken some price increases in January and expects some recovery in margins in coming quarters. Also, company will be doubling its capacity from 9 lakh cylinders to 18 lakh cylinders over next 2.5 to 3 years. Initially, the brownfield capacity of 4 lakh cylinders, which was expected to start in Q2 of next year, part of it has already been completed, around 3 lakh cylinders. So we can expect that even Q4 and Q1 should be having decent quarter on quarter growth. So that was on the positive side. And although in the past the company has had some corporate governance issues, so stock may not be suitable for conservative investors. Although we are positive and derive some comfort from its leadership position as a proxy on the CNG expansion in India, and from its cheap valuations at 8 times next year's earnings. So we are positive here. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, Nestle announced their results. This was their calendar year 20 CY21 results. The results were broadly in line with the expectations for this quarter. Revenue grew by 9%, and EBITDA margins were stable at 22.8%. During the con call, the commentary was also kind of mixed. Though the company has witnessed 8% volume growth, however, and the price inflation has led to create the margin pressures, and the company has taken 1 to 2% price hikes. And if this kind of inflation continues, they are saying that they would be taking the more price hikes. And at least for the till now in Q4, the price inflation has been continuing. So we can expect some more price inflation in that. The biggest disappointment or the muted growth reason was that their milk products and nutrition business, which contributes around 42% of the total pie, just grew by just 2.6%. So that was the main reason that overall growth was impacted for the quarter. That is why we are maintaining our neutral view on this company, because it is anyways trading 57.6 times, and we don't see that there is any near term much upside in the company. Though long term, you can buy and continue this Nestle. Another news is that Lupin has got US FDA note for a specialty drug Solosec on adolescents. It is used for the bacterial treatment diagnosis for female patients. So this is a marginal positive for Lupin. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Ambuja Cement result was below expectation. Sales volume came at 7.2 million ton versus expectation of 7. EBITDA per ton came at rupees 793 versus expectation of 1013. Margins also were below expectation at 15% versus expectation of 19%. The stock is trading at EV by EBITDA of 8.6 times CY22 EBITDA. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from this, one or two more news that yesterday government announced green hydrogen policy. In this, what will happen is that the hydrogen will be produced from the green energy, that is solar or wind. And that hydrogen will be used for different purposes. So what we understand that this is a long drawn process. It will take a lot of time because generation of hydrogen as of now is very costly. So need a lot of financial support to compete with fossil fuel generation. The basic principle is that the green energy, that is solar and wind, are available for a limited period of time in a year. As such, PLF is only 18 to 20% in both the cases, and available like wind power is available mainly in period of somewhere June to October, December period, and are not available in winter and all. So to avoid that situation, that power can be used to convert to generate hydrogen, and that hydrogen can be stored and can be used for the power generation at any point at time. And another thing is that the power generation from the green sources may not be suitable to use in industrial use, like heavy industry like steel and all. Whereas if they generate hydrogen from that, and if that is used for steel industry, that can be possible. So it's a more of a storage of energy alternate which is been planned, and that is likely to come up very fast, likely to come up over a period gradually in India, though in European nation it is already putting up uh, some some development has already happened, and government has put up a lot of carbon tax. Because of that, the hydrogen is already thought of using in production of steel and all. So it's a long term process, but Reliance has announced its plan to go into hydrogen and all. So sentimentally maybe positive for Reliance. And also there is additional news on Reliance today is that they were supposed to take maintenance shutdown at Jamnagar refinery, which they are deferring because of there is a good margin right now available in for their products. So right now they are not going ahead with maintenance. So as such, they will have a positive impact in the Q4 results. So that can also support Reliance price in today's trade. Another company that is HGS Hinduja Global Solution has announced a merger with Next Digit, one of their group company, which is also listed in the ratio of 20:63. We know that Hinduja Global Solution has sold off its pharma related IT businesses and generated a lot of cash, and for that the shares has moved up earlier. But company has not distributed enough cash to the investor, and as such stock saw a lot of decline in earlier trade. And the merger of now group company into this may also be taken negative by the market. So it's overall more of a negative for Hinduja Global Solutions. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.